And if that is the issue, the other question is, wasn't this a misinterpretation of the provisions of that article by the defense? We invite this court to answer it in affirmative. Your Worship, we do appreciate if they had blocked the mandatory fee, but they have not. This court would have assumed the jurisdiction which is over and above that it has in the civil justice system. My brothers quoted several authorities in that regard. They quoted so many cases. It is a submission that prosecution agrees with the defense that this court is by law supposed to protect all the rights of the applicants before it. But court should not also have this matter handled on the matter of technicality, as it was submitted by my colleagues under Article 126(2)(e) of the Constitution. Even if the applicants, for example, if I'm to play a devil's advocate role, even if the applicants had clocked mandatory, prosecution duly noticed, put the defense, the applicants on notice that they are ready to commit the applicants. They are on notice. That mere notice ties up the hands of this court. It is our submission as prosecution that ties up this court. And any decision which is to the contrary would be administering substantive justice on a matter of technicality. How? Because the defense submitted that Article 23, Clause 6C applies instantly, and that court cannot do anything else for as long as the accused person or the applicant blocks mandatory theory. Our argument is that even if they had blocked mandatory theory, the mere fact that we put them on notice that our committee papers are ready, the provisions under Article 23, Clause 6C is not a ticket to have the applicants released on mandatory bail when the committee papers are available. Because the issue then is, what is the substantive justice here? The substantive justice here is to have an expeditious trial of the applicants, which can only be done after being committed high court. The argument by defense that, the first thing we have to do is to consider mandatory bail, let the applicants be released on mandatory bail, then the rest come later. That is the thinking selfishly. It is acting contrary to Article 126(6)(2)(e), 2E, which they quoted.
Summarize yourself.
Gosh, they took a lot of time. In fact, I'm just about 10% of the 10 minutes. So it is a submission, Your Worship, that this court disregards and dismisses the application by defense on the basis that this court has no control over matters for the court martial. They have not blocked mandatory period of time. The fact that they were remanded on the 21st of February 2025. Because this application, Your Worship, is in bad faith. It is in bad faith, especially given that the committal papers are available. We are ready to commit. We have been on record several times, and we have submitted that the defense has been arm-twisting prosecution to delay the prosecution of this matter by using all the tricks available, all tricks that are actually at their disposal to ensure that they frustrate the process. They should have been the people who should be agitating for an expeditious trial, but now they are speaking the other language. Because as prosecution, we believe that now that our committal papers are ready, it doesn't make sense to have the applicants released on the mandatory. It is our prayer that the accused persons or the applicants be committed and have the matter expeditiously tried, because we are ready. We beg this court to dismiss the application. They are tainted with that in this application. So,
we will try and be very short. One of the things is, when does the period of remand count? And I'll start by giving the court an authority which was determined in April this year by Justice Isaac Mwaka. This is application number 133 of 2025, arising from criminal number UPDF GCM 022 of 2020. Besigye applicant versus Uganda. And in this case, I will not go to the details, but I'll come to the end of it, where the court says, I find that the applicant has satisfied the requirements for mandatory bail and Article 23(6)(c) of the Constitution, Section 15 of the Trial on Indictments, case detention of over 1,500 days without trial, and committal qualifies him to be released on mandatory bail. This person, the 1,500 days being referred to, is the remand in the general court, in the court martial. So this authority sorts out the matter of whether the period of remand in the court martial counts. Number two, it would be absurd to construe the period of remand as 3 months. And I'm urging this court to take judicial notice, because this matter